Warning, the following biography is extremely short and is basically a glorified PowerPoint. The amount of drama in this movie has rare but serious side effects. If you experience an overpowering urge to watch The Notebook, nausea, projectile vomiting, or even death, contact your doctor. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on Tuesday, January 15, 1929. He went to Booker T. Washington High School and managed to move on to college without formal graduation at the age of 15. He went to Morehouse College in 1944 and graduated in 1948. Afterwards, he went to Boston University for graduate studies. His father, Martin Sr., was a pastor of Atlanta's Ebenezer Baptist Church. Martin followed in his father's footsteps and gained a diploma in sociology. Martin became the minister at Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery. He wanted to promote civil rights, but did not want to do it violently. He began his movement when he unexpectedly became the leader of a small group of African Americans that wanted to promote civil rights. They began the Montgomery bus boycott. As his movement grew, he was becoming easily recognizable on the streets. He soon had thousands of people coming to hear his speeches. The March on Washington was a movement that was meant to show the problems that African Americans had to deal with. While the movement urged nonviolence, it did, however, demand that civil rights be put into action and schools should become unsegregated. Here, Martin Luther delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creeds. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream.
During the bus boycott, Martin Luther's house was bombed in an attempt to force him to stop his movement while he still could. However, this only showed him how bad his country really was and only urged him on. Martin was arrested multiple times during his movement. Most charges were on account of disruption of peace. They could never hold him long because they could never find any solid evidence against him. My guess would be that some people no longer wanted him speaking out against segregation. He rapidly became well known enough that he had to have a police escort every time he made a speech. He had many threats made against him throughout his lifetime. Just a single day before he died, he delivered the speech titled, "I've Been to the Mountaintop."
And he's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. My eyes have seen the glory of the Lord.
In his speech, Dr. King stated he was unafraid of the threats made against him. He claimed that he had done the Lord's work, and if he were to die, they should work towards the promised land without him. Martin Luther King Jr. was killed on the second floor of his motel a few days later. However, he changed the world by what he did and allowed freedom to be heard throughout the world. And for this, he will always be remembered.
This song sounds dramatic, but I'm bad at writing words. If you don't speak English, this probably sounds pretty good. You'd probably think I'm singing about some pretty serious stuff, but in reality I'm singing about the lack of stuff. I'm singing about these thoughts and tense and emotional. As long as you don't understand it, your foreign grandma would love this song. Please send it to her, and she'll probably tell her foreign friends about the song her grandson or daughter sent her today. This song might hit the charts in her country if parts sounded like Coldplay. If the chorus sounds like Coldplay, then I put some la-la-las in there. La-la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Hopefully a foreign girl grandma listens to the song every day. And if she asks you to translate the lyrics, here's what you say. A perfect translation does not exist. Well, at least not in your language. But if you must know, well, picture this. 50 billion rainbows and the sun is setting and the moon is setting also, and you're there in a gazebo. And then God descends from heaven and he gives you $1 million. Take that feeling and put it into a song. I could translate word by word, but that'd take too long. And I've got stuff to do, Grandma. I don't have time for this. You gotta trust me, Grandma. This freaking song is brilliant.